Oh, let's go, y'all. This one hurts. It's the kind of pain that makes you stop scrolling, sit still, and hold your breath. Because tonight the tears aren't just coming from fans or from Chrisean Rock herself. They're coming from her own mother. And what she revealed about baby Chrisean Jr. has left the world in absolute shock for months. The internet has speculated, whispered, and worried about Chrisean's baby boy. We've seen her cry on live. We've seen Blueface deny responsibility. We've seen fans build entire prayer chains for this child. But now the truth has come straight from the woman who knows Chrisean better than anyone. And it is heart-shattering on a late-night live stream that no one expected. Chrisean's mom let slip words that froze the timeline. Words that confirmed every fear, every whisper, every nightmare the fans prayed wasn't true. She said the doctors aren't giving Chrisean the answers she wanted. She said the family has been preparing for the worst. And she admitted that. Deep down, there's a chance little Junior might not survive. Imagine hearing a grandmother say that about her own grandson. Imagine the weight, the devastation, the unfiltered pain. The chat went silent, the comments filled with crying emojis, and the screen itself felt heavy with grief. But here's the part that makes this story even more haunting. Chrisean's mom didn't just talk about health. She talked about secrets. About choices Chrisean made during her pregnancy, about the stress, the chaos, and the betrayal that might have made things worse. And if what she said is true, the blame might not just be on fate. This isn't just a sad story anymore. It's a bombshell confession that could change how the world sees Chrisean, Blueface, and the family holding this secret. And before this is over, you'll understand exactly why Chrisean's mom left the world in tears. The relationship between Chrisean Rock and her mother has never been simple. It's been raw, messy, and public, the kind of relationship that plays out in front of millions instead of behind closed doors. From childhood struggles in Baltimore to explosive arguments caught on camera, the world has always known there was pain between them, but nobody ever expected her mom to drop a confession this heavy, especially about her grandson, KBJR. To understand why her words cut so deep, you have to rewind. Chrisean's chaotic rise of Chrisean didn't rise into Wisty. But no, I've been exploring that path. But nobody ever expected her mom to I've stared so skeppy course. Mom, we still would we staff case. We step mom would we stay seville like why are Bill mom. Devil we said by the ex. We said my mom said mom by cod by say no. We is with side. God say God we say ka to say with some we con with side a wallet craw do we say to we do we see you can get q can you say you can we to get it with you do we so I did it can we I ka to get to do it I've to you could I fight like the cute guy we get we can't Fame gently. She was thrown into it reality TV, Bluefaces, circus, and viral fights that put her name in every headline. But fame didn't erase her past. She's spoken before about growing up in a home where money was scarce, tension was constant, and her mother struggled with her own demons. That history shaped her. It made her fiery, stubborn, ready to fight at all times. So when Chrisean got pregnant with Blueface's child, fans wondered, could this be her turning point? Could motherhood soften her battles and give her a chance to rewrite her story? For a moment, it looked like it might. When Junior was born, fans rallied around her like never before. But whispers started almost immediately, whispers that the pregnancy had been difficult, that the birth wasn't smooth, and that Chrisean herself was hiding more pain than she let on. The strain of motherhood Chrisean tried to project strength. She posted photos cradling Junior. She went live with him in her arms. She told fans she'd give him a better life than she ever had. But behind the scenes, the cracks showed. She was often exhausted, breaking down on live streams, snapping at critics. Blueface made things worse, sometimes mocking her, sometimes flat out denying the child's paternity, sometimes disappearing when she needed him most. Every public meltdown added more weight to the whispers. Was JR okay? Was Chrisean holding back the truth? And through it all, her mother watched. Not as a fan, not as a follower, but as a grandmother, seeing her daughter's pain and her grandson's fragility up close. The family's silence. The Rock family has always had its fractures, arguments between siblings, messy interviews, and a history of dragging personal matters into the public eye have defined them. But when it came to Junior, they mostly stayed quiet. Too quiet. Fans noticed the silence. No big family posts celebrating milestones, no proud grandmother speeches. No uncles or aunts bragging online about the new baby. For a family that had never been shy about going public, the quiet was deafening. And now, in hindsight, people believe that silence wasn't just about privacy. It was about fear. The night her mom spoke, that's why the live stream where Chrisean's mom spoke hit so hard. Nobody expected it. She wasn't trending. She wasn't doing a scheduled interview. She just went live, raw and unfiltered, and began talking about her grandson. At first, she spoke like any grandmother about how beautiful he was, how much she loved him, how she wished the world would stop judging Chrisean so harshly. But then the tone shifted. Her voice cracked. And she said the words that sent chills across the internet. The doctors aren't saying what my daughter wants to. Here, they've been warning us. They've been telling us to prepare. And as much as it hurts me to say this, my grandson might not make it. The live chat exploded, crying emojis, disbelief, and fans begging her to stop. But she didn't. She doubled down, saying, "People think she's dramatic, that she's unstable. But if you knew what we've been carrying, you'd understand. This isn't just stress, this is survival." The weight of her words, it wasn't just what she said, it was who was saying it. When Jason Lee said it, fans could dismiss it as gossip. When blogs ran the story, people could call it clickbait. But when Chrisean's own mother said it, raw and unfiltered, it was undeniable. This wasn't a blogger, this wasn't a hater, this was blood. Family, a woman with no reason to exaggerate. When it came to her own grandchild, and that's why her confession cut deeper than anything before. The secrets she hinted at, but her mom didn't stop at health. She hinted at something darker, that the chaos around Chrisean during her pregnancy might have made things worse. She spoke about stress, sleepless nights, and choices that weren't the best for the baby. Fans immediately began dissecting. Her words, was she blaming Blueface? Was she blaming Chrisean herself? Was she exposing secrets about fights, substances, or neglect during those crucial months? Nobody knew for sure, but the implications were heavy. The cliffhanger in the background, her mom ended the live stream abruptly, saying only, "I love my grandson. I love my daughter. But the world needs to know everything isn't what it seems." And then she cut the feed. Fans were left stunned. Some defended her, saying she was just being honest in her pain. Others accused her of betraying her daughter by airing family secrets. But one thing everyone agreed on, the confession was real. It's too raw, too emotional, too heavy to be fake. And now the entire world is waiting to see how Chrisean responds. Will she defend her mother's words? Will she deny them? Or will she finally break her silence and tell her side of this heartbreaking story? Because if her mom is right, if JR really might not survive, then the story isn't just about one baby. It's about a family fractured, a mother under fire, and the devastating truth the world isn't ready to hear. The live stream had barely ended when the shockwaves started. Screenshots, clips, reposts within minutes. Chrisean's mom's confession wasn't just a quiet moment on Instagram Live. It was everywhere. Blogs, fan pages, gossip accounts, the internet latched onto her words like wildfire, dissecting every syllable, every tear. The doctors aren't saying what my daughter wants to hear. They've been telling us to prepare. Grandson might not make it. Those lines repeated endlessly, plastered across Twitter timelines, TikTok edits, and Instagram captions. And for the first time, the whispers about baby Junior weren't whispers anymore. They were family-confirmed heartbreak. The internet turns fans split into camps almost instantly. One side was devastated, filling timelines with prayers and support. "We're with you, Chrisean. You're not alone. God has the final say. JR will pull through." But the other side was furious. Not at Blueface this time. Not even at Chrisean. At her mother. How could she expose her daughter like this? This was not her story to tell. She just betrayed Chrisean on the deepest. The leaked audio and then, like pouring gasoline on fire, a leaked audio clip began circulating. It allegedly featured Chrisean screaming at her mother on the phone. Why would you say that? Why would you tell them that? You don't know what I'm going through. Her mom's alleged reply was cold but heavy. Because somebody had to. You keep hiding it. You keep pretending. This is bigger than you. The audio spread like wildfire. Whether real or fake, it was enough to convince millions that the fallout between mother and daughter was very real. Blueface enters the chat, of course. Blueface couldn't resist jumping in. He posted a cryptic tweet hours later. "Told y'all she's surrounded by people that don't love her." Fans erupted. Was he defending Chrisean against her mom? Or was he mocking her pain again? Nobody knew for sure, but the timing only made the situation messier. Fans weaponized the confessions soon. Her mom's words became weapons. Haters of Chrisean began using the confession against her, saying even her mom admits the baby might not survive. She brought this on herself with her lifestyle. The family knows the truth, the fans just in denial. It wasn't just sympathy anymore. It was judgment, and it was brutal. The shocking twist, but here's where the story took its darkest turn. A gossip site claimed they obtained screenshots of private messages between Chrisean's mom and a blogger, suggesting she may have intentionally slipped this confession to boost her own following. The messages allegedly read, "I think people should know the truth. This might finally get me heard." Fans were horrified. Had Chrisean's mom not just spoken out of grief, but out of a desire for attention? True, it meant the heartbreaking confession wasn't just a slip of the tongue. It was a calculated reveal, the cliffhanger, and that's when the internet turned from heartbreak to full-on chaos. Was this about a sick baby, or about a family at war with itself? Did her mom reveal the truth out of love, or out of betrayal? Was the leak authentic, or another cruel invention of the gossip machine? All anyone knew was this: the fracture between Chrisean and her mother was now public, raw and irreversible. And with Blueface circling, bloggers digging, and fans weaponizing every word, one thing became clear. The pain of baby Junior wasn't just medical. It was family warfare. And the world was left asking if her own mother could betray her like this. Who else around Chrisean is waiting to expose her deepest secrets? The internet was already reeling from Chrisean's mom's confession. But what came next turned a heartbreaking reveal into a family scandal of epic proportions. Because within 24 hours, the leaks started. And they didn't come from Jason Lee this time. They came from inside the family itself. The leaked group chat screenshots began circulating of a family group chat, allegedly showing messages between Chrisean, her mom, and one of her sisters. The messages were brutal. Chrisean allegedly wrote, "Stop talking about my baby like he's already gone. Y'all making it worse." Her mom allegedly replied, "You're in denial, Chrisean. Need to face reality." And a sister allegedly chimed in, "You should have taken better care of yourself when you was pregnant. That's why he's sick." Fans couldn't believe it. The screenshots showed a family tearing itself apart while a baby's life hung in the balance. Fans react. The backlash was immediate. Supporters of Chrisean rushed to defend her. She doesn't need blame, she needs love. Imagine your own. Sisters saying this while your baby's fighting for life. But critics latched on to the sister's words. She's right. Chrisean's chaos during pregnancy didn't help. This is bigger than Blueface. This is about accountability. The debate raged for hours. Was the family cruel, or were they finally telling the truth Chrisean didn't want to hear? The alleged medical report then? The gossip page dropped what they claimed was a redacted medical report. The blurry document suggested JR had been born with complications linked to stress and maternal health factors. Nobody could verify if it was real, but the internet didn't care. It spread like wildfire, with captions like, "This explains everything, and her mom was telling the truth." Whether authentic or not, the damage was done. The Blueface bomb as if things couldn't get worse. Blueface decided to throw gasoline on the fire. He went live from jail, smirking as he addressed the rumors. "Everybody wanna blame me. Y'all mamas should have taught y'all how to be mothers. Don't put that on me." The internet exploded in rage. One fan tweeted, "He just blamed Chrisean for her baby's condition. This man is evil." Another wrote, "Blueface is the last person who should open his mouth. He abandoned her and Junior." The backlash against him reached nuclear levels. Hashtags like #Blueface is done and #cancel Blueface forever trended within hours. But the damage to Chrisean's heart, that was beyond repair. The second twist, and then came the second shocking twist. YouTube blogger released an alleged voicemail of Chrisean's mom talking to a friend. In it, her mom's voice trembled as she said, "She don't listen to me. I begged her to slow down, begged her to stop fighting, stop drinking, stop stressing while she was pregnant. She didn't stop." And now the baby paying the price. The clip hit like a dagger. Fans were split all over again. Some said it proved Chrisean's mom was right. Others accused her of shaming her daughter publicly instead of helping. One viral comment summed it up. "Even if this is true, if you don't say it on voicemail, you don't say it on live, and you sure as hell don't let it leak. That's betrayal." The industry speak celebrities couldn't stay out of it, Summer. Walker reposted the voicemail with the caption, "This is why women need support, not judgment." Cardi B fired shots on Twitter. "A mom gotta protect her daughter even when she wrong. You don't drag her when she already in pain." But Whack 100 defended the mother, saying she telling the truth. If Chrisean don't fix her lifestyle, that baby really won't make it. The industry itself was divided. Some framed it as a mother being brutally honest. Others framed it as a mother betraying her daughter at her lowest point, the cliffhanger. And then came the darkest whisper of all. An insider blog claimed there was a video. A video allegedly showing Chrisean in a vulnerable moment during her pregnancy, breaking down in tears and admitting fears about JR's health. The blog didn't release it. They claimed it existed and that if it leaked, it would end all speculation. The internet lost its mind. Was this the final? Receipt her mom had hinted at. Was this why Chrisean had been silent since her mom's confession? Nobody knew. But one thing was certain. The story had escalated beyond heartbreak. It had become a family civil war spilling into the public eye, and the world was left asking, if her mom already dropped this much, what happens if the alleged video really leaks? The morning after Chrisean's mom's live stream, Twitter wasn't just trending, it was burning. Hashtags exploded in every direction. Pray for Chrisean, fans begging for a miracle. Mama Rock exposed, critics calling out the grandmother. For betrayal. Cancel Blueface, pure rage at his smug response from jail. Protect Chrisean, supporters demanding the world back off and let her grieve. The comments were raw. "I feel like I'm watching a tragedy in real time. Somebody help. That girl, her own mother, exposed her. That's beyond cruel. Blueface really gonna rot for this." What was once a private struggle had turned into a digital war. TikTok turns into a vigil on TikTok. The story went viral in a way even Jason Lee's revelations hadn't. Creators flooded the platform with emotional edits, videos of Chrisean crying on past lives, paired with captions, "Now we know why." Clips of Junior smiling, overlaid with text, "The baby fighting for his life." a prayer trend where users lit candles, played gospel music, and said, "This is for Chrisean Jr." But alongside the prayers were the critics, some TikTokers, accused her mom of clout chasing, replaying the leaked voicemail with captions like, "She sold her daughter for followers." Others doubled down on blaming Chrisean herself, saying her mom said she drank, fought, and stressed during pregnancy. Actions have consequences. TikTok became both a vigil and a courtroom. Instagram floods on Instagram. The drama was unavoidable. Under every single post of Chrisean and Jr., the comments were flooded. "Stay strong, mama. Don't listen to your mom. She wrong for this? Blueface is evil. Protect your son from him." But on her mother's page, the energy was completely different. Thousands of angry comments. "You betrayed your daughter. Why would you air this out? You don't deserve to be in their lives after this." Her mother had gone from grieving grandmother to villain of the internet. Overnight. Celebrities picked sides. The celebrity reactions came fast and heavy. Cardi B tweeted, "Being a mom is already hard. Being a mom in public is impossible. Y'all need to give Chrisean grace." Meek Mill chimed in, "Too many people talking when they should be helping. His whole family need healing, not headlines." Summer Walker posted on her story, "It don't matter if she made mistakes while pregnant. She don't deserve this public shame." But not everyone defended Chrisean. Whack 100 went live on Clubhouse, siding with her mother. She telling the truth. Nobody want to hear it, but it's facts. You can't fight and party while carrying a baby and expect no consequences. Charleston White, never one to hold back, posted that baby ain't asked for none of this. And all of them, Blueface, Chrisean, the mama, failed him. The industry itself split down the middle. Half saw Chrisean as a victim. Half saw her as reckless. The media circus mainstream outlets smelled blood. TMZ headlined, "Chrisean rocks mom sparks outrage with shocking baby reveal." The Shade Room racked up over 300K comments under a repost of her mother's live stream. Rolling Stone ran a piece, "Chrisean rocks baby becomes the center of hip-hop's most heartbreaking drama." Even CNN picked it up in a short segment, calling it a devastating example of how celebrity families collapse under pressure. The cliffhanger reaction, and then came the rumor, the one that left everyone's stomachs in knots. A gossip blog claimed that the alleged pregnancy video her mom hinted at was in the hands of another leaker. They teased that it might drop within days. Fans panicked. If that video really showed Chrisean admitting fears and mistakes during pregnancy, it could destroy her. The internet begged, "Please don't leak it. This woman already in pain. That video comes out, she'll never recover." But others were waiting eagerly, saying, "If the truth is ugly, let it out. The world deserves to see what really happened." And that's where the story sits. A family fractured, a baby fighting for his life, a mother accused of betrayal, a daughter drowning in silence, and the world bracing for a leak that could end everything. Because if her mom's words already shook us this hard, what happens when the alleged video finally drops? The world thought they had seen it all. A mother exposing her daughter, a family divided in the ugliest way. A baby's fragile health turned into a global headline. But then came the final twist, the one that left everyone silent, scrolling in disbelief, because just as the rumors of the alleged pregnancy video reached a fever pitch, a new voice entered the chaos. The insider speaks late one night. A Twitter account with no profile picture and the name Inside Rock Fam dropped a thread that sent shockwaves through the timeline. The account claimed to be a relative of Chrisean's, not her mom, not her sister, but someone who's been watching everything from the inside. The thread read like a confession. "Y'all only know half the story. The truth is uglier." The video everyone's talking about. It exists. I've seen it. But the real betrayal, it's not just her mom. Someone even closer leaked it. Fans lost their minds. Who was this insider? Were they legit or another clout chaser feeding the fire? The alleged video, an anonymous account described the alleged video in chilling detail. They claimed it showed Chrisean, heavily pregnant, sitting in a dimly lit room, breaking down as she confessed. "I don't know if he's gonna make it. Can feel it. My stress, my fights, all of it. I know it's hurting him, but I can't stop. I don't know how." If true, it was devastating. Not just because it showed her admitting fears, but because it lined up exactly with what her mom had said. Within minutes, pregnancy video trended worldwide. Fans begged not to see it, terrified it might actually leak. The silence of Chrisean through it all. Chrisean stayed silent. No lives, no posts, no tweets. Her usual fiery presence on social media was gone. For a woman who built her entire image on never backing down, the silence was louder than any clapback. Her silence only fueled speculation. Some said she was protecting her son. Others said she was breaking down privately, betrayed by the very people closest to her. The mother doubles down, but her mom wasn't done either. She went live again, defending herself against the backlash. "Y'all calling me a betrayer, but I'm a mother first. If my daughter won't tell the truth, then I will. That baby's life is at stake. I'll take all the hate if it means saving him." Her words split the internet again. Some called her brave. Others called her cruel. One fan comment went viral. "A real mother protects her child. A real grandmother protects both." She did neither. The industry reaction celebrities chimed in again, but this time with even more force. Cardi B tweeted, "If my mom exposed me like that, I'd never forgive her. Never." Nicki Minaj liked a post saying, "Family can hurt you deeper than any enemy." Lil Durk posted, "This world, fake." Everybody chasing clout off pain. Protect that baby wasn't just gossip anymore, to become a cultural moment. The cliffhanger, and then, just when fans thought it couldn't get darker, the anonymous Inside Drock fam count dropped one final tweet. "The video isn't the end. There are documents. And if they leak, the whole truth about why Junior might not survive will finally be out." The internet froze. Documents. What kind of documents? Medical records? Legal papers? Something worse? Nobody knew. But the implication was terrifying. If the video was heartbreaking, the documents could be career-ending, not just for Chrisean, but for her entire family. The final scene, that's where the story sits. A baby's life hanging in the balance. A daughter silent. A mother doubling down. A family insider leaking more than anyone imagined. And the world bracing for documents that could tear everything apart. Because this isn't just a family feud anymore. It's a tragedy playing out in real time, with the whole world watching. And the only question left is, when those documents drop, will the truth finally save Chrisean Jr. or bury everyone involved in this heartbreaking saga? And now, after everything that's come out, the live stream, the leaks, the alleged video, the whispers of hidden documents, I need to turn this back on you. Because this story is no longer just about Chrisean Rock or her mother. This is about trust, betrayal, and survival at the deepest level. So let me ask you, who do you believe? Do you think Chrisean's mom is a heartbroken grandmother?